Hello, my name is William James. All of my links are down below. And since you guys liked it so much, here is another one of me reading your comments because it's funny. Okay, so I want to say about this one, this is probably the weirder side of my YouTube comments. There's some nice stuff here, definitely, some really lovely comments, and I've put those in, just a reminder, but I'm kind of picking on a video that I did about the talentless Morgan Rice, and some of the lovely and special comments I got from that one. So, there we go. So, there is going to be a lot of funny stuff, a lot of sweet stuff, and a lot of stuff that's just plain weird. So, tell me what you think in the comments below. I am William James, like I said, and let's get on with today's show. Good morning. You really have to be very special, don't you? Well, I mean, I think you're the special one, but carry on. I mean, this is just getting started. From 1990, if you think Knox gets crime writing right, you should try reading some American writers. Sirens reads like so much English crime fiction written by young men who haven't been in 100 yards of a criminal cardboard cutout character and wooden dialogue. Okay, taste is subjective, and I read a lot of crime, a lot of American crime, but this comment made me laugh out of my brain because this guy was so offended by the fact that I said, and I will agree, Sirens is not my favourite book of Knox. I think it's his weakest novel, but it was his first novel, and it's what it is. But he's really grown as a writer, and I find comments like this gatekeepy, hilarious, and somewhat bizarre in the same sentence. I don't even remember what video this was on. Basically, oh, I know. It was on my review of the Charmed reboot, my sort of reaction to it, and they just put Cry Me a River, so I decided to put Justin Timberlake's Cry Me a River lyrics in the comments. They didn't reply, as you can probably tell, but this was me being a petty bitch. But it was funny. It was so funny. I'm like, Cry Me a River. So Justin Timberlake's Cry Me a River. No, I'm not singing it for you. Okay, so this was on my Star Trek Discovery. Is Star Trek Discovery Season 3 any good video? And Admiral Bob, epic username by the way, the original Trek was all about being woke. The entire premise of things that were economic, political, of the future, with little resemblance to today's. Seriously, read Gene Roddenberry's novelization of the motion picture. He describes domestic lives of the crew while on Earth. He describes living in domestic arrangements that have no counterpart to the present-day Earth. If you're looking for views of society is not comfortable to the way you see in your shows, Star Trek probably isn't really your thing. Okay, so the title was clickbait. I will confess the title of that video was clickbait. And I definitely have my issues with Season 3. Definitely. But I really want to say this. I wasn't ripping it apart in that sense. But I don't think you watched the whole video and just went off the title. That kind of, like, you're not actually replying to anything I said in the video. And I've read that, by the way. So, hi. My wonderful Star Wars person that is blocked. Hi. Because I know you're watching this, I know you're going to give it a thumbs down, so I hope you go back to your cesspit later. Just some constructive criticism. If you want your work to be taken seriously, then try and be serious about it. And I didn't dislike your video, but after your nasty comment, I think I will. My reply was to that, like, have you not read dramatizations, audiobooks? It was purely me reading the breathy, the kind of nervous, and it does come through. I'm not a very good narrator, but this person, I snapped, and I shouldn't have snapped with this person. I did lose my temper because it had been constant. Months and months of this from this weirdo. And I have a feeling I know who you are, Sasha. So, hi. Now, this is a good comment. Books and Things commented on my 1984 video. This book has a very special place in my heart, along with Fahrenheit 451. I read them for the first time as a teen, and it made me very emotional, and I couldn't place why at the time. I grew up in a controlling and abusive religion, and didn't have the language for information control I experienced. Along came this type of book, and it gave me space to think about things on my own terms. Then he gives me a great recommendation, and I always take recommendations in the comments, by the way. What I want to say about comments like this is I live for them. Thank you. And I replied to this, and I said, I'm so sorry you had to go through that, and I am. And I mean, Fahrenheit 451 is kind of what we're living through now, be it cancel culture or proverbial book burning, because, let's destroy everything that doesn't meet modern taste. So yeah, thank you for this comment. I love comments like this. The fabulous Ryan, I adore you. We're Insta and Facebook friends, and I'm so glad that we got to know each other. Bitch, don't out bitch me. Oh my god, I cracked up. Thank you. That's funny. I mean, I can be a petty bitch when I want to be, but I mean, yes, that's a direct response. And basically, if you're going to be a bitch, remember, I am the bitch. I am a bitch. I'm the bitch. And if you piss me off, I will make you my bitch. Thank you, Ryan. Now, this comment was on my Find Me review, the sequel to Call Me By Your Name, and that both got a lot of positive and negative reviews and a lot of neutral reviews, and I talked about that more in depth in a video essay. But they put, I feel completely the same. It's beautifully written, delicate around the story, it doesn't rush into it, it takes time to unpack everything whilst keeping you interested. I couldn't have asked for a better ending. I can't wait for the film and more European summer bliss. Exactly. I always kind of consider Find Me not a sequel, more of a side story, because we got the end of Elio's and Oliver's story in Call Me By Your Name, in the book anyway. It'll be interesting where they take the film, if they make it, because I think it would be interesting, because the dad in himself was a very fascinating character. Now, I always love comments like this, especially from Jenna. I'm looking forward to the dark and monstrous vampires again, instead of brooding and sexy vamps. Yes! Aren't we all? This was on my Jay Kristoff video that no one watched, and I'm still pissed off. But yeah, I want monstrous and dark vampires again. No more sexy brooding vampires and their emo angst. Let's have some fun and get some teeth and some blood going.